Thanks for tuning in this Wednesday. 2K Sports presents the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And with us from the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. It's the Miami Heat and the Sacramento Kings. So the opening lineup for the Heat, Anthony Davis is out there with Worthy. Then it's Thompson. Then there's Kobe. And it's Gilmore in at the 5 down low. Now here's Hardaway. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. Second shot opportunity. The shot's good from Eaton.
He knows his job on the glass, and he does it well, cleaning it up and sending it right back.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Sacramento's head coach gave me a few minutes. Now, when asked about the game plan on Anthony Davis, coach said, we have to do our best to keep him out of the paint. Now, that's where he's most effective. If he beats us with his jump shot, well, we can live with that. Interior defense will be put to the test. Guys?
Thank you, David. Shot clock at 6. Back to Wembanyama. Miami grabs the miss. Davis finds Worthy. Here's Thompson. And again, it's the Heat missing.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Here's McGrady. Great D that time from Davis.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's Kobe. Thompson from long range. Buries it from three-point range.
Because of his footwork and fundamentals, Thompson always looks on balance and does a great job of squaring his shoulder.
Wembanyama outside. Pass to Pippen. Shoots over Worthy, and Pippen with the basket. The assist by Wembanyama.
Kick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And Davis can't get it to go. On offense, here are the Kings. McGrady passes to Hardaway. Back to McGrady. No good on that one. Worthy with the defensive effort. Davis kicks to Bryant. Back to Davis. Good as the jump shot falls.
Just some quick thinking from AD. Doesn't want to give the D any time to react. Just catch it and shoot it.
Hardaway against Thompson. McGrady outside. Davis against Wembanyama. Here's Pippen. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on James Worthy.
What doesn't Scottie Pippen do? A very polished defender who can also rain buckets down from wherever. Whenever Scottie's on the floor, he is making trouble for you.
Free throw good from Pippen. He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
I know he's kicking himself for not snatching the lead. But look, he tied things up.
Worthy finds Bryant. From the wing. Nice touch on the bank shot.
On offense, the efficiency of Bryant is really something else. He always seems to have a different type of shot up his sleeve.
Now here's Hardaway. McGrady. Sacramento again missing.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Offensive rebound. Gilmore, no good. The Kings trailing. Pass to Hardaway. And Wembanyama outside. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Kobe against Pippen. Now here's Bryant. D right on him. Clock at 6. From past the arc. Bangs home the trifecta. Bryant's got 5 points so far.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And that does it for the first quarter. Heat lead by 5. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
And it's the Kings with the ball, trailing by 5. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. They've got Bryant, Worthy out there with Davis. Then it's Thompson, and it's Gilmore in at the center, locking down the middle. Scooped up. A 3 from Wembanyama. Good on the three-point shot. Wembanyama has got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for Sacramento. Bryant against Pippen. Kobe with it. He has 5. Gilmore passes to Thompson. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. McGrady against Kobe. And that one's good. McGrady. And it's all knotted up.
Like the size McGrady has inside. Fantastic at kind of angling his body there for the interior shot.
Thompson passes to Bryant. The screen from Thompson. Fires for 3. And again, Miami with the triple.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed. Never in a hurry.
Wembanyama outside. Oh, too easy for Wembanyama.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembanyama inside.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Here's Davis. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Here's Hardaway. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
There's the 3 ball by Bryant.
And showing the range there. Bryant is confident pulling from deep.
Hardaway against Thompson. Outside Hardaway. Wembanyama outside. Just 5 on the clock. Pulls up on the wing. Rebound by the Heat.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's McGrady. Got a piece of it. Thompson surveying the floor. Outside, Davis. Pass to Worthy. Back to Davis. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Wembanyama has got his 4th rebound in this one. Hardaway against Thompson. Hardaway passes to McGrady. Back to Hardaway. High post, Pippen. Shoots over Worthy. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Inside. Good ball movement here by Miami.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Here's McGrady. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. And Worthy has got it here for the Miami Heat. 4-point game. Kobe against McGrady. Right side, Kobe. This is what Kobe does and is. He hits the tough shots.
And you know what? That's a shot that great players can make.
Kobe Bryant getting it done for Miami. He's been a major threat from three-point range. Got 2 of them to fall in that quarter. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shots.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Kobe Bryant in this game, I mean, he has been everywhere.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Hardaway is out there with Pippen. Then it's Tracy McGrady. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's Eaton in at the 5 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Hardaway against Thompson. Outside, Kobe. Back to Thompson. Pass to Gilmore. Here's Worthy.
Oh, wow. Yes. And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. That's it, and the Miami lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Scottie Pippen. Pippen's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. McGrady against Kobe. Now, here is McGrady. Defense right on him. Wembanyama sets a screen for McGrady. For the tie, Worthy with the rebound.
There are nights where the shots just don't fall. Unfortunately, I know how that feels.
Yeah, easy call.
First personal foul. 15 foul.
The Heat shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
At the line for 2.
Free throw, good, Bryant. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento. Kobe Bryant really making a difference.
And he just keeps hitting shot after shot. They need to design a way to deny him the basketball. Make someone else beat you.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Floats it up for Wembanyama up in the rafters.
The perfect lob partner. Wembanyama with elite hand-eye coordination.
Bryant outside. And the three off target.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
McGrady passes to Wembanyama. That's good. Great play set up by T-Mac, Tracy McGrady. Wembanyama's got it all tied up now for Sacramento. Thompson against Hardaway. Outside, Davis. Thompson outside. Shot clock at 6. Bryant is doubled. Lets it go from deep. Miami no good on that time either.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
McGrady outside. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Davis kicks to Thompson. Back to Davis. And they double up Davis. Bryant looking around. Miami no good on that time either. Wembanyama outside. Back to Hardaway. Wembanyama outside. Oh, three ball. Wembanyama.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Outside, Kobe to stop the run. Hits the three-point bomb. Bryant's got 5 points now this quarter.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And that one's good by Pippen.
Extending his range there. Pippen hoisted that one up from way downtown.
Pippen against Kobe. Davis with a screen on Pippen. And here's Bryant for three. And no good. And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for Sacramento. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Back to the action in just a minute. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
That is why he is a point guard in this league. He has the elite passing ability, the vision. You need both to play the point guard.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. We've got Davis. Klay Thompson is out there with Kobe. Then there's Worthy. And it's Gilmore in at the center position. McGrady. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Meeting the defense with power, McGrady holds nothing back and finishes in motion.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Kings.
They're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
And another thing they did well was just keep the effort up offensively. Lots of boards leading to extra opportunities, which they converted.
That free throw, no good.
In watching McGrady, you see the length and athleticism. He's a matchup nightmare for most teams.
And he's good on the second.
He left some at the line, but at least he made it a 2-possession game.
The Heat trail by 4. Kobe, the pass to Davis. Misses the 3. And it's the Kings with the ball. McGrady kicks to Hardaway. Back to McGrady. Tries the spin move. Converts after the nice spin. McGrady's got the lead up to 6 now for the Kings.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
And the Heat call time here. Now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, guys. Well, Miami's coach had some advice for the team during that last break. Now, he's not happy with the perimeter defense. He told them we have to hustle more out to the three-point line because they look real comfortable out there now. I want you contesting every three they put up. We'll see if that intensity increases on D. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. Pass to Bryant. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. It's deflected.
And having Eaton protecting the rim, that's about the same as building a brick wall around the basket. Just nothing gets over him. What an intimidator down low.
McGrady passes to Hardaway. Rebound by the Heat. Gilmore's got his 6th rebound on the night. It's Kobe Bryant on the wing. Defended by Pippen.
The contest and the rebound, folks. That is how you defend.
Thompson against Hardaway. Here's Wembanyama. Outside Hardaway. From downtown. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Bryant. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. Davis kicks to Bryant to stop the drought. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Kobe's got 21 in the game.
And you talk about pure scores, Kobe is near the top of that list. This guy makes it look easy with all that talent.
Hardaway against Thompson. Hardaway passes to McGrady. From the arc. Anthony Davis grabs the miss.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
To the inside. Stolen by Pippen. Hardaway with it. Picked up by Thompson. Hardaway dishes to McGrady. Worthy against Hardaway. Right side, Kobe. Count it! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Ryan against McGrady. Wembanyama sets a screen for McGrady. Oh, the rim with an easy reach of Wembanyama.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
Timeout called the Heat. And what's their best move at this point?
Yeah, and looking at how much time they have, I think it's likely we'll see them try to get a good look and score quickly.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. To the middle. That's tipped. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Had to foul him on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth. And that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. Third team.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Well, they wanted every last one of those, and he delivered, making it a 2-possession game.
Timeout called the Heat. They trail by 5. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
Trying to stay alive, they've got to work quickly.
Yeah, no time to waste. They basically have to execute things perfectly from here on out.
They get it back. Out to Thompson. Fires the 3. The shot, no good. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Anthony Davis. First personal foul.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game. So the Kings win it, probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the Detroit Pistons facing the Charlotte Hornets. Now let's check out the starters for the Detroit Pistons. They've got Jaylen Brown, and it's Anthony in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Brown. Pass to Allen. Just 5 to shoot. It's stolen by James. Outside Jones. Brown against James. Here's Jones. Olajuwon passes to Duncan. Misses from close range.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt. And guys, that's exactly the kind of high impact defense they want to see out of him.
Tipped away and stolen by Jones. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hornets will retain possession. About a minute played here so far in the first. James inside. He's against Allen. Yep, count it.
From mid-range, LeBron really dialed in. You can't think you're safe giving him those shots.
Pass to O'Neal. To the inside. James with a steal. Over Allen. The rebound by Malone.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Allen, the pass to O'Neal. Here's Malone. Lays it up and banks it in.
Malone owns the paint area of the floor. Nobody coming in there messing with him.
James passes to Olajuwon. And here's Jones. Down low. Pulls it. And he can't bank that one in. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for Charlotte. We discussed Jaylen Brown and what makes him such a hard player to defend. And coach said to me, Jaylen is a freak athlete and has become a really good shooter over time, too. We can't give him clean looks, and we have to guard him closely. Let's see if the defense is up to the task.
Thanks for that, Allie. Here's Duncan. Pass to Olajuwon. Just 4 to shoot. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry. And the Pistons pushing it up now. For 3, Anthony. Here's O'Neal. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Because Shaquille O'Neal is so big and so athletic and so relentless, it's really hard to keep him off the glass.
Time called here. The Hornets decide to talk it over.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively. Something that needs to change and change soon. And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Which Spanish section wants a t-shirt?
Here's Cooper. He's guarded by Anthony. To the middle. Here's Olajuwon. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
Nice timing on that rejection from Shaq, demonstrating why you got to take him seriously as a defensive player when he's lurking near the bucket inside.
Here's Malone. The rebound by Duncan.
Fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor.
Here's Jones. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in.
You know, he's a gifted scorer. Eddie Jones, very capable of doing a lot of damage from the mid-range.
Brown finds Allen. Up top, O'Neal. Allen outside. Pass to Brown. 6 on the shot clock. James with the block.
It's
part of his game that LeBron takes a lot of pride in, shot blocking and defending. He's no slouch at that end of the floor.
And the fans love seeing incredible moments on defense like that block.
Tell you what, early in a game, these kinds of plays can really set the tone.
Here's Allen. James against Brown. James deciding where to go with it. Pass to Olajuwon with 2 seconds left. Doesn't go for him. And there's the horn and the end of one. Not a lot of scoring yet in this one. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from Charlotte?
Simply put, they look totally fearless on the defensive end. Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
And so James will bring it up for Charlotte. We've got LeBron James. And it's Olajuwon in at the 5. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. It's James on the wing. Allen defending. 6 to shoot. Pass to Duncan. The 3 is up. Anthony grabs the board. Allen on the wing. Here's Malone. And here's Brown for 3. And Brown knocking down the triple.
When JB is on from here, it really boosts his team.
Here's Cooper. He's scoreless. It's James on the wing. Got a piece of it. Anthony feeling it out a bit. Outside, Brown. Brown gets the inside finish.
Brown taking on all challengers. This kind of fearless approach is what his teammates and coaches love seeing.
Timeout. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Time called here. The Hornets decide to talk it over. And it's the Hornets with the ball. It's a 5-point game. Pass to Olajuwon. Now here's Jones. Here's Olajuwon. He's covered by O'Neal. Shot clock at 5. Here's Olajuwon. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Olajuwon's got his first points in this one.
Well, I tell you what, you can't let Olajuwon get this kind of positioning. I mean, he is a master at knowing how to score close inside.
Here's Malone. Here's Anthony. And Anthony slams it in.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And here's Charlotte now, after the Pistons picking up a basket just moments ago. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Pistons ball. Detroit leading by 5. Pass to Malone. Back to Anthony. A deep 3. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. James outside. Here's Duncan. The rebound by Detroit. Malone's got 5 rebounds tonight. And there's the lob.
You've got to keep a body on O'Neal. I know it's easier said than done. Or if you don't, he's going to eat you alive on the lob.
James outside. They set the pick from deep. Charlotte again missing.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Now here's Brown. 7-point game, biggest lead so far. Good.
Well, the defense tries to slow Shaq down inside, but emphasis on tries because O'Neal just too strong.
Pass to Olajuwon. Here's Cooper. Over Anthony. A nice shot by Cooper.
Well, I like the setup there. LeBron with the nice pick.
The Pistons lead by 7. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Screen by O'Neal. Brown passes to O'Neal. And down it goes. Dumped it through off a beautiful setup.
Boy, an immovable, unstoppable force around the rim. You don't want to be on the receiving end of a Shaq attack.
Here's Cooper. He's guarded by Anthony. Pass to Jones. Nice D from Brown. And so it's Detroit with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Great shot selection right now. Keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. We'll be right back after this word.
And it's time for your fan half-court shot. Please direct your attention to center court drums. They're measuring up the shot.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Hornets trail by 9. Setting the floor for the Pistons. They've got Jaylen Brown, and it's Malone in at the 4 slot. Olajuwon passes to Cooper. Outside Jones. Pass to Duncan. Here's James on the wing. Here's Olajuwon. And there's the rejection. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. The Pistons lead by 9. Brown with it. He's got 5. Screen by O'Neal. To the paint. And a two-handed jam.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Here's Cooper. Pass to Duncan. Left side Jones. Here's Olajuwon. The rebound by Detroit. O'Neal's got his 4th rebound in this one. And here's Detroit. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. And he jams it home with authority.
Like whenever this big man gets fancy with it, O'Neal is a ridiculous dunker when he's this close to the rim.
Let's hear it for all the Man Simmons.
Hornets trail by 13. 90 seconds into the second half now. Outside Jones. Pass to Duncan. True on the 14-footer.
You know, that shot is virtually automatic for Duncan. I mean, he's extremely dependable in that mid-range area.
James against Brown. Here's Malone. Allen outside. And here's O'Neal.
2 minutes remaining in the quarter. 2 minutes.
And here's Brown for 3. Cash money. Jaylen Brown from the corner.
A dangerous shooter from all areas. Brown's eyes get real big when he shoots these corner threes.
James against Allen. Jones up top. Pass to Olajuwon. Pulls it from 20. The rebound by Malone. Malone's got his 6th rebound on the night. Now here's Brown. Inside, here's O'Neal. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
For three, James. There, LeBron for three.
I guess the defense was not expecting the quick release. LeBron can get it up and down in a hurry, though.
Allen, pass to Anthony. Screen by O'Neal. Throws it up high. It's intercepted. James up top. Allen defending. LeBron unfazed by contact.
That's really how LeBron prefers to finish, at full speed, driving hard and dictating the pace and keeping pressure on the defense.
Pass to Brown. Here's Anthony. And again, no good by Detroit. Hornets trail by 9. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. And there's James from the arc. Pure from three-point range. James has got 10.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
Brown inside. They swipe it. And so it's the Detroit Pistons leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Their defensive efforts have paid. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. They've got James, and it's Olajuwon in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Hornets 5.
Even when Brown's shooting quickly, he's not rushing. He takes his time with his release.
Pass to Cooper. Here's Duncan. Fades and shoots. And the shot is good. Drop it in off the front of the rim.
And, you know, Duncan is an incredible talent. He's a menace on the block. Exceptional at scoring deep inside.
Knocked loose. And stolen by Jones. Pass to Cooper. A few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute played. Jones misses.
That's staying connected to the shooter and timing the contest.
Here's Malone. Anthony up top. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Carmelo Anthony's skills right on display there. Taking that shot right into the defense and knocking it down in spite of contact.
And Anthony drops them both.
He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
James against Allen. Here's Olajuwon. Goes back up. O'Neal pulls it in. And so Brown will bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. They've led by as many as 14. To the paint. Deflects the pass. Now Jones. Down low. There's Duncan. And the layup is good off the glass.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
The Pistons call timeout. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Detroit's head coach had some words for his team over the break. He told his guys, let's not waste this advantage. Hold on to it. Stay aggressive. Let's not give up ground. Coach wants to see his team staying strong out there, guys. All
right, Allie, thanks once again. Pass to Olajuwon. And it's rejected. Anthony outside. Got it.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Hornets trail by 9. James outside. To the wing on the left. Here's Olajuwon. He's covered by O'Neal. Got it, despite fading back a bit.
Well, you can't give Olajuwon any separation because he'll make you pay. He's got a beautiful jumper.
Here's Anthony. Off target at the rim. And so it's Charlotte with it.
Things aren't looking good here. I mean, they need points, and they need them now.
It doesn't look good, even with a quick bucket here.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Pass to O'Neal. Brown with it. Just 5 to shoot. The Pistons need to get one up quick. O'Neal misses. Here's Charlotte. They trail by 7. Count it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
LeBron James is clutch. Not the first time he's done that, nor will it be the last.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Second team foul.
26 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. And he commits the intentional foul.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
He hits the first one, and that increases the lead to 6.
Taking 2 shots.
Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 7-point game.
You can't afford to waste any chances at this stage of the game. That means you got to hit your free throws.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Jones, the pass to Duncan. Puts it up. James can't get it to go. Allen against Jones. And so it's Detroit with the W. This was a hard-fought, well-earned...
for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Berg here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. We've got the San Antonio Spurs and the Chicago Bulls. And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Durant is out there with Garnett. Then it's George. Then there's Payton. And it's Thurman in at the 5 spot. Now, here is Maravich. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Maravich. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
We are talking about a 6'6" point guard. Shea has got a great view of the floor. What an easy pass.
George against Gilgeous-Alexander.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Artest the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. On the wing, Maravich. Defended by Payton. Picked by Yao. For 3, Maravich. The rebound by Thurman. San Antonio with the ball. Left side, Durant. Fires the 3. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. Outside, Maravich. Gilgeous-Alexander against George. 5 on the clock. Pass to Artest. Lets the 3 fly. Kept alive. Here's... Oh, that was something else!
And Ming is mammoth in terms of his size. Exceptional at using it to snare those offensive rebounds.
Payton passes to KD. Payton with the screen for Durant. From deep. It's good from long range.
So unpredictable, so versatile. When KD's working that pick and roll, the defense has a hard time dealing with it.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. No good from Maravich.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Payton's shot is off.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Gilgeous-Alexander against George. For 3, Maravich. Rebounded by the Spurs. We've got 1:23 left to play in the first quarter. Payton passes to Garnett. Pass to Durant. A floater. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Garnett with the block. Maravich against Payton. George with the ball. Back to Payton. There's 42 seconds left to play in the first. Chicago trailing here. Lobbed up there for Howard. Garnett with the block. KD against Artest. They get it again. Out to Payton. Here's the screen. San Antonio again missing. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Scoreless thus far. Misses in close. That's the end of the first quarter and not much scoring. It remains close. Spurs lead by 1. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
You know, I like the confidence that they've shown here early on.
They're working together so well, and there's a level of certainty that comes from trusting one another.
So with Rhodes on the bench, here's the 5 for Tom Thibodeau right now. They've got Yao. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Maravich. Then it's Artest, and it's Howard in at the center position. The shot's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Quick trigger there by SGA. I'll tell you, on the catch, be ready to rise and fire.
Inside, here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander following the bucket by the Spurs. 5 to shoot. Looks for Yao, gets it to him. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
Well, there's a craftiness to the play of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Shifts the defense around to get his teammate an open look.
Pass to Payton. Back to KD. Fires from 18. And the bank shot is good. KD's got 5 now.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. And so George will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Payton passes to Thurman. And the rebound goes to Howard.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Teardrop shot. It's taken away by Payton. Gilgeous-Alexander against George. Payton outside. This one for 3. Rebound by Yao. Payton's gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Outside, Maravich. Good on the triple. Maravich has got the lead up to 2 now for Chicago.
And that's why they call him the pistol. One of the most entertaining scorers in the game, and finding that one from deep.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. We've got 1:48 left in the first half. Garnett outside. Pass to George. That's good, and so Garnett with the assists. George has got 4 this quarter.
We are talking about a proficient, efficient scorer in Paul George. Go to work, sir.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Maravich. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebound, San Antonio. Durant feeling it out a bit. Let's go. Rebound by Yao. Yao's got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Maravich. Fires from deep. A rebound by Thurman. Thurman's got his 6th rebound on the night. George dishes to Payton. Over Maravich. Dwight Howard pulls it in. And here are the Bulls now. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Maravich against Payton. Maravich, the pass to Howard. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Tight defense on him. Clock is at 3. Misses for the 5th time this game. Mark him at 1 for 6. And so it's San Antonio with it. Garnett outside to the inside. Howard with the steal. In transition, here come the Bulls. Garnett with the block. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Garnett. And Chicago has possession. And here's Maravich for 3. So the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the 3rd quarter. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And here are the Bulls now on the court for San Antonio. Gary Payton is out there with George. Then it's Garnett. And it's Durant. And it's Thurman in its center. Now, here is Maravich. Gilgeous-Alexander. That ball. Nice feed that time from Pete Maravich. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his team on the board first here in the 2nd half for Chicago. Maravich against Payton. Back to George. Lob pass to Garnett. And stolen by Yao. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And it's Howard finishing it off.
And love how Howard throws it down. Just spectacular to watch on these alley-oops given his strength.
Garnett finds George. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander. The Bulls leading by 4. And here in the 2nd half of play, we're just over a minute in. And here's Maravich for 3. They get the rebound. Here's Yao. Lays it up off the glass. Yao's got 6.
And this is where you feed Yao because almost no one is going to be able to block him.
San Antonio calls timeout.
And looking to stop this run and get back on track.
Really needs to settle his guys down right now and get them refocused.
On defense, the Bulls, they lead by 6, their biggest margin. Garnett outside. Pass to George. No good that time. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander. Maravich, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Maravich. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. No coverage that time. And now it's an 8-point Chicago lead.
Boy, you respect the shot selection from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, just taking what the defense gives him.
Durant against Artest. Durant from distance. What a shot.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Gilgeous-Alexander against George. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Over George. And they'll get another chance. Here's Howard. You know what? They battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. Spurs trail by 5. George finds Payton. Foul call. Looked like that he didn't get there in time, and he'll shoot free throws. That one is on our test.
You know, we don't talk about defense a ton, especially with guards. But Gary Payton, he can change a game with his D.
1:14 left to play in the third. George against Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Maravich. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot's good on the assist by Maravich. Maravich has got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, that's an opportunistic three-point shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He liked the look of it.
Now here's Payton. And finished off by KD.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Maravich. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Personal foul. And when you think of Maravich, his ball handling and passing comes to mind. He's really sublime and unique in those categories.
And so Payton will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Trailing by 5. KG, that's good.
And the arms of Garnett go on forever. And that length makes him a problem on the offensive glass.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Gilgeous-Alexander against George. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Defense is right there. Drains it from beyond the arc. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10 points in the quarter.
Coming off a big game, his confidence
Night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. The Bulls on top, up by 4. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. So with Rose on the bench, here's the 5 for Tom Thibodeau right now. Maravich is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Artest. Then there's Yao. And it's Howard in at the 5, roaming the paint. Garnett against Howard. Pass to KD. Three-pointer. Oh, KD parries the 3.
It's not just that Kevin Durant scores it. It is the efficiency with which he does it. This guy, you can lean into him on the offensive end.
Bounce pass from Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots it. Offensive rebound. Yao kicks to Howard. Gilgeous-Alexander against Garnett. And it's Artest missing.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
KD's shot is off. The Bulls leading by 3. Maravich the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Maravich. A rebound by the Spurs. Garnett's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Payton outside for George. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton.
And that'll serve George well in his career. Lightning quick release.
Here's Chicago. Outside Maravich. Over Payton. Maravich, good. And the Bulls lead by 3.
A nice move to create a gap there in the defense and get to the bucket.
Here's Durant. It's all in by the Bulls. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter. Yao with a screen on George. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. Buries the long-range jumper. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 15 points in just the second half. Durant kicks to Payton. It's all in by the Bulls. Howard's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander to the paint. From 13, that's good from Howard, and the assist by Artest. Howard's got the lead up to 8 now for the Bulls.
Well, to keep the defense from collapsing on him when he's tight to the bucket, Dwight Howard has to have the mid-range game. That is well done.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear San Antonio's coach going over the plan during the break. Told his guys, focus up right now. Everybody needs to be on the same page out there. Let's go out there and take this game right now. Big words, guys.
Thank you, David. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 to shoot. Howard setting the pick for Gilgeous-Alexander. Howard, that's good.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you can see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Durant's shot is good.
You have to love the approach Payton takes to the game. And an exceptional passer who does a great job with distributing the basketball.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Maravich. For the 3, Garnett grabs the board.
Disappointing day for them. Let's see if they go down with a fight.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way.
And so it's Chicago winning this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage.
Welcome, sports fans. Thank you for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill. Allie LaForce will be reporting from the sidelines. It's the Sacramento Kings and the Chicago Bulls. Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. We've got Wembanyama, and it's Pippen in the shooting guard. Clock at 6. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
With his length and energy, Wembanyama has the ability to be a game-changing defender.
Pass to Hardaway. Here's McGrady. Wide open look. The offensive rebound. It's tipped. Kicks it out to Hardaway. From deep, Wembanyama. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Yeah, you've got to worry about Wembanyama everywhere. He puts a defense to the test.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Maravich. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Now here's Hardaway. Oh, it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Impeccable defense from Gilgeous-Alexander. For a guard, he blocks a fair amount of shots.
Pass to Maravich. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Personal foul.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
Well, they had a chance for the lead right there, but we're all evened up.
And here's Hardaway. Got a hand on it. And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Pass to Maravich. This one for 3. Here's Yao. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Time called here. The Kings decide to talk it over. Pippen, pass to Hardaway. A minute 39 left in the first. To the middle. Here's Pippen. Drilled from 11 feet out.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Pass to Maravich. From outside the arc. Knocks down the long J.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Kings trail by 3. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. From deep, Wembanyama now with a rebound. And here's Chicago. Here's Maravich. Now Howard. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama. And he's able to get it back. Another shot. Rebound by Sacramento.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
Pass to McGrady. Here's Wembanyama. To the inside. It's stolen. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And the finish on the break with the slam.
And it's energy like that on both ends of the floor that's got them out ahead.
Hardaway, the pass to Wembanyama. Jacks up a three. Chicago with a rebound. Yao's got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Maravich. 1 second left. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Bulls out in front. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen here from the Bulls tonight?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
We've got Dwight Howard, and it's our test in at the 3. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Now Gilgeous-Alexander beyond the arc. And he can't connect. He's 1 for 3 in this game. Here's Pippen. Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
Oh, powered down with both hands.
Oh, man, he got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Maravich, no good. The Kings trailing. Here's McGrady. Hits the trifecta. McGrady's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Woo, how sick was that, guys? I mean, he makes defenders look silly with moves like that.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute of play. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Yao. Here's Maravich. Connects from downtown. Maravich has got 7.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Here's McGrady. Kicks it out to Hardaway. Fires the 3. Yao with a rebound. Yao's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Artest. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Getting the ball inside, usually a pretty good recipe.
Outside Wembanyama. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Pippen, pass to McGrady. There's the block. Gilgeous-Alexander against Hardaway. Pass to Yao. Now here is Howard. Shot clock at 6. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Yao. To the wing, right side. McGrady. Sacramento again missing. Bulls leading by 3. Launches it from deep. Knocks it down from distance. He's got 10.
Yeah, the guard instincts of Gilgeous-Alexander. I mean, fantastic work dishing the rock to uncover teammates.
Outside Wembanyama to halt the run. And Maravich pulls it down. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Maravich. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. And now it's an 8-point Chicago lead.
And they're building up steam, getting out in front and trying not to look back.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
Timeout call, Sacramento. And as we head into this break, the players have an opportunity to replenish their energy with Gatorade as they prepare to go into the final stages of this ball game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, not to mention over the course of a season, you have to stay hydrated. If you don't, it's amazing how much slower your body is to bounce back. It can have a serious effect on performance, no question.
There's 48 seconds left in the second quarter. Outside Hardaway, pass to Pippen. And he lobs it up to the rim. It's stolen by Howard. On the break. Knocks it loose. Outside Hardaway. Banked it in off the glass.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's closely guarded. Five on the clock. Lets it go. Misses the jumper.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. More 2K action in just a moment. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Kings trail by 6. On the court for Sacramento, we've got Wembanyama, and it's Hardaway in at the point guard. Lets the three fly. Chicago with a rebound. Howard's got 4 rebounds now. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Down low. Hardaway comes with a double. Here's Maravich. Buries it from 3. Maravich has got 13 now.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Yao. Here's Maravich, defended by Hardaway. 5 to shoot. Maravich, no good.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's Wembanyama. Oh, too easy for Wemby. Nice finish.
Yeah, terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. To the paint. Fader on the way. Second shot opportunity. Here's Howard. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Howard's got his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, that's a nice hustle play, but boy, it drives a coach crazy to concede second chance points.
Timeout call, Sacramento. Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
McGrady gets the three to fall. McGrady's got his second basket of the night.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look for me.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Yao. Pass to Maravich. Up and over Hardaway. Maravich, no good.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the look they want. It's tough working the mid-range area.
And here's Hardaway. A minute 39 left in the third quarter here. Here's McGrady. Howard grabs the miss. Howard's got 7 rebounds in the game. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Maravich. They get it again to the right side. Fires the three. And Dwight Howard picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
Oh, showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sent shockwaves into the opposition sails.
Kings trail by 6. Right around 3 minutes into this second half. McGrady, the pass to Hardaway. Here's McGrady. Wembanyama against Howard. Here's Pippen. Tipped. They recover it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
Bulls leading by 6. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Maravich. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Wembanyama.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Now here's Wembanyama. 7 points in the game. It's tipped. Here's Maravich, defended by Hardaway. Howard, the screen. Here's Maravich, and the three-pointer goes. Maravich has got 16 points now. The third quarter comes to a close. Chicago ahead, leading by 9. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the fourth quarter of basketball coming up next. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And so here is Chicago. They lead by the biggest margin of the game at 9. They've got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Artest in at the small forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Howard with a screen on Hardaway. Inside. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul.
It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama. All right, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Bulls?
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
Yeah, another thing they did well, running the floor. They've kept the pace high and pulled away with their transition offense.
And he drops the first. And so Howard nails them both. Hardaway with it. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
There's a screen. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
When Wembanyama has the ball in there, I mean, it's often a bucket, a foul, or both.
Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And both free throws good for Wembanyama.
He's one of the league's best free throw shooting bigs. A performance like this certainly proves it.
Pass to Yao. Here's Artest. Here's Maravich. No good with the triple. Kings trail by 9. About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. Hardaway's shot is good.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Here's Yao, covered by Wembanyama. Yao passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. And it goes straight through with a swish. And the Bulls lead by 9.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Now a timeout by Sacramento. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well, I was able to listen in on the Sacramento head coach talking to his team. And a big reason their team is down, the three-point line. Coach saying in the huddle, we have to battle on the perimeter. They're outplaying us from the arc. Guys?
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. And a little over a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Yao. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. No good with a layup.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Wembanyama. In traffic, Wemby goes to work.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
Gilgeous-Alexander, Yao. Here's our test. 1:52 left to play in the fourth. Pass to Yao. They double him with Wembanyama. Just 5 on the clock. A nice shot by Artest.
Well, they expect this from him, and he's a big reason they're out in front right now.
Here's McGrady. Wembanyama screen. Fires for 3. McGrady shot is off.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Yao. Here's Artest. Rebound by the Kings. Pass to McGrady. From deep three-point land. They get it back. Pippen. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. No need to rush here. Take your time.
Take your time. This is where you can reset and try to get a good shot.
Here's Yao. Pass to Maravich. Three-pointer. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama.
At this point, it just feels like it's over.
Yeah, time is not on their side. Score is not on their side. Nothing you can do.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Howard. And we've got 28 seconds left in the game. Pippen, no good. They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, B.A. They deserve the win.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Maravich. Picked it out of midair. And so Chicago takes the win. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy. You saw their activity level go up. Just a tremendous performance.
And that about wraps it up. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And as we leave, we present our player of the game.